everybody, once they reach adulthood, has some feelings about race, but they don't necessarily think often or long about how those feelings developed. And the questions that we're asking force them to look back and see, like you said, the evolution of those thoughts and feelings.
Absolutely. Everyone has a story. It's not the same. The stories aren't the same. For some people, those stories are, quite prevalent and quite salient in their lives because they happen to be someone who always has to think about their race. For other people, it's something that they've never really had to really think about. So just going through that process is pretty important as well. And then for others, they've been pretty, kind of indifferent. So everyone does have a story, and sort of going through that process and sort of thinking about everyone's individual story really, I think, helps to impact and help us understand that broader American story and American narrative attached to race and racism.
Well, what kind of response do you when you ask these questions? How apprehensive or eager are people to participate? And in your case, how do you think you had them write down their experience?
Right.
For the 25 you've spoken to.
Right. So, the folks that were asked were, they volunteered to do it. So, they wanted to share their story. The stories were interesting. Now, they haven't been completely, analyzed yet as far as, scientifically, but, just sort of preliminarily, what we see is a wide range of stories. Some folks, wrote maybe 2 paragraphs about, what race meant to them or sharing a particular story. Other folks wrote very long narratives about, not necessarily having, a particular story connected to race until they had a biracial child, or until their family, treated someone differently because of their race. And so I think, again, it's one of these sort of cathartic moments and also very reflective pieces that really get people to think broadly about not only their individual story, but how that story connects to the broader narrative of race in our society. So it's been, so far, these stories, although they're very different, really sort of help us better understand where we are right now as a society.